Okay, I'm going to the outside of the city. I'm gonna walk the length of the wall of Theodosius all the way around Constantinople. Let's see. It's a hot day, very sunny, and I don't know, but I'll give it a shot. Let's see. I want to see the Golden Gate, the main entrance to Constantinople, and I identify where it is now. So I'm gonna go and see it and tape it. There are the ruins of that beautiful little town. Okay, I'm outside the wall, the city walls. There's pieces of the ancient Constantinopolis, and the wall, the Sea of Marmara is in the other side of the avenue, and I'm just gonna go all around the wall. I'm in the western part of the city, going northwest, and in this area there's very little parts of the walls. Let's see how much we see it. I've seen it before. I walked the whole length of the wall before, but it was years ago. I want to make a good video this time. Right, just few meters from the exit, there's pieces of the wall behind these fences. This is the part of the wall that is basically the sea wall, the part that was facing the sea, Marmara. There's brick and there's rock, because there's different periods of building, build up. And then through the years, people built or took material from the wall to build their houses or businesses or whatever, or mosques or churches. And there it is. That obviously is not. Something caught my attention here. I don't know if he's Roman or if he's Ottoman, but I saw this entrance. It's got some bricks on top. Phew. Smells like feces. So I see marble right there. This is marble, and then you got modern brick, and then the rock from the wall of Constantinople. Okay, and here we come to the French prison. It was a concession from one of the sultans. Let me see if there's anything left of it. Oh yeah, there it is. So this is the French prison, and it was a concession from the Sultan, something the Magnificent, to the French government. Beats me, but anyways, it was built in 1535, 1536. Obviously, this is maybe the base of the building is dating back to then, but he looks modern to me. But that's a French prison. Right by the wall. There's the Sea of Marmara right there. So there it is, the French prison, turning into something about tourism. Some little power plant that obviously doesn't operate anymore. And there's the wall of Constantinople, the wall of Theodosius. It's an old beautiful house too. I stumble upon there's a railway and a couple pieces of the wall. Let's continue. All right, there's a little piece of the wall right there. That's it. And we continue. Another piece of the wall of Constantinople. Alright, not in here, but over there. There's another piece of the wall right over there. Some kind of structure. Watchtower or something, I don't know. No idea. There's no wall and I was walking and it's very, very hot, so I had to catch a bus. Sorry. Just to that corner. Came back to the bottom. I just noticed another piece of the wall. There it is. Another part of the wall right there. Now remember, there was the sea was right here. Obviously that road wasn't there or all this land. There's one of the towers that held Constantinople safe a little bit over 100 years ago. All right, there it is. That's that right there. And it had water around. All right, so it's the marble tower, obviously, because it was probably made out of marble and it was stripped from it long ago. Marble Tower is the last tower before arriving the point where the walls of on the shores of Marmara Sea unites with the land side walls located in the west end. In its immediate vicinity, Yedi Kule, 7 towers, and Altin Kapi, Golden Gate. The foundations of the Marble Tower were in the sea when it was first built. However, as the coastline was filled with soil, the tower remained inside. And he continues and he says, 4-floor tower building was constructed with collections compiled from earlier works, among those fluting plasters rising on the large sub-basement and stones with connection holes on their surfaces can be listed. Top sections of the tower, however, were built with Eastern Roman style brick and stone rows. Its interior is ornamented with valuable stones and marbles, and small bush-shaped protrusions have been added to the corners where the walls met. And he continues and he says, the marble tower is not an original element of the sea walls. It was added later, although it was said to belong to the 8th to the 12th century, it been built later, given the monograms and symbols which belong to Paleologos and Cantacusenos families on its walls. It is strong possibility that it was built during the restoration of the walls with collected materials as a precaution against a probable siege by Bayezid I, nicknamed Yildirim, meaning thunderbolt, in the late 14th century. So there it is. Let's go around, admire it, and move on to the, oh shit, I'm stepping on water. And move on to look for the Golden Gate. And there's this beautiful dog. There's a lot of dogs. They're very nice. Anyways, oh wow. There's another one there. Okay, so here is the interior of the marble tower. Let's check it out. I'm gonna climb through there and we're gonna admire. You can see there's marble everywhere. Probably a cistern, I don't know. What the hell was it? No idea. Maybe a cistern. Another one maybe, I don't know. So there are the Roman styles added. And the ornaments mentioned. There's fire in there. Obviously from later inhabitants. Hobos, or there's more ornamentation right there. You have to remember that those buildings were weapons of defense, right? So this is built with all those niches to have soldiers appointed, you know, arrows or arquebuses or whatever, shooting at the enemy approaching. The Turks were already roaming around Constantinople and they knew it. So, and here's the interior of the tower. Let's see what we can admire from here. Not much. Only this and the smell of feces and urine. There's a cross on top. I don't have access up there, so I'm gonna give it up. But this is beautiful. This is really, really beautiful. One more view of the outside of the marble tower, and as that information said, this was one of the corners of the wall where the wall part of the sea wall met the land wall going west. East, I mean. right here we go east, inland, from the Sea of Marmara behind. Let's go to the Golden Gate. And I'm gonna point out the reason why that information capsule says that it's believed that this was built in later years using material from other places because the Turks were approaching. Okay, so if we make a close-up, we can see that there's material everywhere that came from something else. And then on top we have the Roman style brick and stone material. But the base right here has got a lot of stones and rocks and everything that belong to other kind of places, came from somewhere else. And again, at the corner of the land wall where it meets, the sea wall meets the land wall. Let's continue on. All right, so we got to the point in which we're continuing on to the land wall, going inland, going east. That's the marble tower over there, and we're leaving it behind. So there's a plaque right here. Let's see what it says to be more or better informed. Peace Garden, okay. Theodosius Wall, I'm assuming. Yes, Theodosian Wall. Okay, so let's read what it says. We all kind of know what goes on. Emperor Theodosius reinforced the wall so it would be impenetrable by the enemy. And let's see what it says. It says, with a length of 7,620 meters, Theodosian walls were built between Marmara Sea and the Golden Horn to defend Constantinopolis against the enemy attacks and barbarian invasions on the order of the Eastern Roman Emperor Theodosius II, 408-450 Anno Domini. It is composed of a main wall, megatechus, frontal walls, fortress veil, and a ditch. The main wall, made of stone brickwork, has a width of 4.8 meters and a length of 11 to 14 meters, and is supported by 96 bastions located at 50 to 75 meter intervals. Inside the walls there were stairs leading up to the bastions, walkways, gates, dentils, loopholes, basements, and doors that open to the city, and frontal walls. The frontal walls with loopholes on the ground floors, recoils, and dentils are 4 meters in width and around 13.5 meters away from the main walls, and supported by rectangular and U-shaped bastions. The ditches in front of the frontal walls were 14 meters deep and 17.5 meters in width. They were low or high in accordance with their location and have walls in between. It is argued that the ditches were filled with water to strengthen the defense. The 9 depressed arched doors on the land walls, each of which is the same size as an axle tree, lead to the main roads that connect the city to the western and northwestern region. Each door is protected by a bastion on each side. First door, the Golden Gate, opens to Yadikul and only used during ceremonies. There are also small doors for secondary purposes along the walls. The stone bridges over the ditches. Where am I? The stone bridges over the ditches that connect the main doors are in Ottoman style. the best protected door along the main walls and the front walls. In the door of the Dervish Lodge, the land walls of 1600 years were renovated many times due to the damages caused by earthquakes, sieges, and natural disasters, and restored during the Republican era, 1935 and on. I believe this is the Golden Gate. It's got some Christian motifs on top. We'll find out right now. All right, so yeah, there's a kira or a cross on top of this door. It may be the Golden Gate. I'm not sure. What I know about the Golden Gate is that the horses that were taken during the Fourth Crusade or the sack of Constantinople were taken from the top of the Golden Gate, the bronze horses, which copies are adorning the entrance of St. Marcus Cathedral or Basilica in Venice, Italy. So I'm not sure if I don't see any space on top which would accommodate the horses. I may be exaggerating here or making it up, not making it up, but I heard something about it. So there you go. There's a Christian motif there. I don't think this is the Golden Gate. I'm not sure. There's another cross right there on that window. So you see something like that. It dates back to previous of 1453, which is the fall of Constantinople. So that may be from the 10th century or the 7th century or whatever. Same as this. So let's keep on walking the wall. It's another tower. And another tower over there. So there's another tower. The remains of another tower. So just to make sure it's understood, I'm on the outside of the walls of Constantinople. I'm on the outside. Constantinople is inside there. Following here the road, I come into the inside of the wall. See, it's crumbling. They put a piece of metal there to hold it together. There's a section of the wall missing, and it continues over there. So I'm gonna have to use that bridge to get back to the wall. There it is, the wall in the other side. There it is, the Theodosian Wall. And we're inside, right now, inside what used to be Constantinople. Alright, we're crossing the wall, the train tracks. There's some new buildings, and there's the wall. What a shame, you know, I mean, zero conservancy. I guess they take it for granted that it's still there after so many centuries. Beautiful. Look at that tower, double. So we're still inside Constantinople. Again, it is used as a very convenient parking lot. Very nice. Needless to say, it pisses me off. Alright, continuing on. It's another convenient parking lot by the wall. And there's another double tower. Another double tower. And right on the shadow of the wall, you find those little cute, typical Turkish houses. Look at this. It's beautiful. And that one is for sale. I love it. And there's one made out of wood in this side. Beautiful. I'll take it right now. But there's a wall. Double wall. I mean tower, I'm sorry. And I'm gonna take the number. I would buy this if it was cheap. If it's affordable, I'll buy it. Hell yeah. Anyways, here's this beautiful little house made out of wood. Kind of like that one. That one is already restored. That one is already restored. Look at this one. This one needs complete restoration. Total restoration. But it's beautiful. And it's for sale too.